welcome to the Scott Show. We are making things happen here. And of course, we are getting hit with commercials. That always happens because we are making it happen here with the Scott Show podcast and the 1025Fifty show. We are talking about North Carolina and what a great state it is. I want to give a special shout out to the guys at Charlotte, or in Charlotte, the men's shelter for Charlotte. They do running every day, and I am going to be joining them sometime in the near future. I cannot wait. Hopefully that's when I go to Atlanta, Georgia. I get stop by Charlotte, North Carolina, spend a day there. We are looking at actually spending a week on the East Coast coming up in February, so that will be a really awesome time, and I look forward to that. Big shout out to everybody in North Carolina who works in the homeless realm, who works on ending homelessness. What we're doing here, folks, is we're having podcasts state by state, 5 states a day, until we're done with all 50 of them, and then we're going to probably go to 10 states a day and get podcasts all about what we're doing. They're around 4-minute podcasts, just saying hi, just saying what we're doing, who's nominated, and what work we're doing to end homelessness in that state. Now, we need lots of help. We need people on the ground floor who are in these states to help us out on our committees. We have 14 different committees, including our political education committee, hunger solutions, healthcare, housing, and second chance committee. All great stuff we're doing. So we need people on the ground floor to that. We also need nominations and places that we can send our money to, or at least push and say, hey, these guys are doing great work. Give them a big shout out. So we're going to do our nominations right now for the great state of North Carolina. We have Wilmington and the Mercy House Shelter. Of course, my favorite place, Charlotte and the Men's Shelter of Charlotte. We have Hickory, North Carolina, and the Safe Harbor Rescue Mission. And Charlotte also has the Rescue Mission there. Big shout out to all 4 of them. We only have 4 right now, but we're going to get lots more nominations as we go along here to the Scott Show podcast and the 1025Fifty Homeless Project. So, folks, what we're going to do is we are going to have a bunch of podcasts coming up. All the money from the podcasts goes to the state on the name. So, if everybody in North Carolina gets together and makes this go viral, what we do is we will give all the money to organizations or to our work in North Carolina. We have a set aside fund already for each state and each committee. So if you ever see that we have a committee page 2, all of those are branded for a reason, and they're set up for a reason because we're going to help end homelessness in every state in the union and with every committee that we have, including the Veterans Committee, which we really, really want to push coming up on Veterans Day on the 11th. Any money we receive from our PayPal or Patreon or anything like that, any money that we get on Veterans Day will go to help end veterans homelessness. That we're really looking forward to that. It's going to be a big push for Veterans Day. Any podcasts we do on that day will help end veterans homelessness. So big shout out to all the people that are going to be listening on that day to help us end homelessness for vets. So big shout out there. So folks, North Carolina, we are coming for you to help end homelessness there, and we're going to be visiting you very, very soon. 2018, we're going to do it up on the East Coast. So we'll see you guys very soon, and have a great rest of the day. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Get as many listeners as possible to this great podcast, and we'll have a big shout out for you guys here on the show. We will see you real soon. Have a great rest of your day.